Hi Taurus, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your career, finance, money messages for the next 3 months. So that's April, May, and June. Let me just say, Taurus, that there's an eclipse in Aries on 4/8, so April 8th. That's about bold new beginnings. There's also Venus moving into Taurus, which is your sign, on April 19th, and that's all about financial gains and improving relationships. So this is, I think, really good energy and a really good time for you, but especially with Venus moving into Taurus, I feel like you are going to be one of the signs that is most affected in the best way possible. So let's get right into the message. Let's start out with the oracle message. It's the vast universe and it is in reverse. I don't love this. Oh, I just got, oh man. Did I just hear you're not the center of the universe, or you think the world revolves around you, kind of thing? I don't know if this is you saying this to someone or that's what I'm supposed to be telling you. But I'm just saying what I just heard. So yikes. All right. Well, what does this mean in reverse? I feel that you might be too much in the mundane, too much in this world, of this earth, as an earth sign would do. Maybe this just means that you are one of two things. One, you're doing plenty of grounding work, or two, you're doing too much human stuff, not enough to help you on a spiritual aspect. I'm not getting too much of the grounded energy, because especially if you're too much in your everyday life. But there's this sense of neglect when it comes to your spiritual practices. So it doesn't have to be that you're probably, if like, for example, if you never meditated before, this is not that, like, getting back to it. But obviously, if you are a meditator, and if you do yoga, or you have some form of natural things that you do for therapy for yourself, obviously tap back into those, because you're not doing it enough. But this is also about you not seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing things for what it's right in front of you, and it's like you're seeing with these eyes instead of this third eye here. And so because of that, there's this imbalance in your life, or at least we're starting out that way, which hopefully not, because April, we're still in Taurus season, and so you should be feeling really good. I mean, especially with a lot of the planets going into the Taurus right now, like Venus moving into Taurus, for example. Regardless, that's what I mean. If you're not feeling the positive effects of this energy, it means that you're just too here. Like, you're just too here of this earth. And first of all, let me just say, if you're here already listening to someone read your cards, you're not of this earth anyway. Regardless, you're too much in your everyday life, and you need to find a balance with the spiritual side of things. With that being said, when it comes to your money, career, or your finances in general, you could be feeling a little bit unsure, a little bit lost when it comes to certain things. And that's why, because you're too focused on the tangible. You're too focused on the mundane. You're not focused in enough on the bigger reason this is all happening. And therefore you feel lost. So with your Kipper messages here, you have mature man and house. Let me just immediately say that the timing of this is about 6 months. So 6 months, I'm getting either from the beginning of the year till June, you have experienced things that almost feel surreal, almost feel like I can't believe this is happening. There's this uptick of things that have been happening, and they seem to be happening one after the other. So that's what we'll start with, those 3 months. I did do a 3-month January, February, March reading, so maybe listen to that and see what's been happening. I do plan on posting for July, August, September next. So if this wasn't, the entire first 6 months, I'm getting the next 6 months is just going to be some changes happening. Particularly around a mature man in your life. What's a mature man? A father, a husband, a peer, someone close to your age, a brother. These changes have affected you. I'm getting they're also affecting your household in some way. I kind of wish I would have pulled a 3rd card so we could see how it was affecting you. But honestly, I feel like at that point we're going to get too personal. So let's just keep it general. And as personal and general as possible, if that makes sense. So changes in the home around your finances as a result of a mature man in your life, or a man in your life in general. What I will say is, when I was shuffling these Kipper cards, I did see the card of despair. It did not pop out though. And so what I will say with the despair energy, it could be that someone in your home is sick. It could be someone, and let me say something. I know it says mature man, but we could just be talking about a mature person. This is a general reading. But again, could be a mature man in your household, and with that despair, having some kind of, or it could be you also, it could be you. You could be the mature man. So they could be in despair in some way, trying to figure things out, not feeling really good, investing a lot of money into something, not seeing a lot of gains. That could be affecting you. It could be the mood that they're in. I'm getting whatever this is attached to is affecting you in your everyday life, which is why I also think house is coming up. It's kind of like happy wife, happy life kind of thing. And just to like expand off of that, when things are good at home, they are good in every other aspect. So really clean that up. Maybe it's time for a spring cleaning. Maybe it's time to really refresh that energy around you and around your home. Getting some protection stones, getting some grounding stones. Amazing time to sit in the grass and have a picnic. Doing things like that are grounding activities that don't feel like a chore. It feels good. And something about being in nature is very enveloping for you. It makes you feel good. I feel like that's where you feel the most alive. And I'm also getting, with that being said, getting outside a little bit more. Okay, your tarot messages. We have the 7, I was gonna say 5. This is the 7 of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands, my goodness. And then we have the Empress here. So 7, 2, and then 3. Okay. 7, 2, 3 is 12 is 3. Okay. Yeah. So this is, you're getting a lot of, the relationships around you are really influencing you lately. There's just like, I don't know if this is like people looking at you like a money grab. I don't know if this is like because of like, and I'm seeing the despair card that was trying to come out. Let me see if it's at the bottom of the deck. It's not. Okay. There's something about like money is being drained from somewhere. I just saw like a water hose, and you know how like when I used that analogy for another sign, and I wonder if it was you, Taurus, in the general readings. It was like a water hose and the hole, and then you're trying to patch that up. So I do see like you're trying to fix it. You're trying to put this on the mend, but it just seems like money is being drained and depleted from somewhere, and it has to do with someone else in your life. and it's not to say that they're taking from you, you're probably giving, but it's also like, wow, how much more do I have to give in this scenario? When it comes to your money, career, and finances, there is this sense of trying to constantly prove yourself, trying to always one up yourself, I'm getting. But it could also be that someone around you like is doing well, so you're trying to do better, or like kind of feeling like you have something to prove there. But to that I say, don't. You really want to tap in, right? You want to really, you can really blossom in your own way. I'm getting, sometimes you can get in your own way as well, but I feel like you're coming from a place where you, like I said, you constantly want to prove yourself. You do seem like you try to be innovative when it comes to certain things, changing things ever so often, but really throwing things at a wall, seeing if it sticks. But then with this Empress here, it's really telling you, like, I feel like you're overdoing it. And you really don't have to be in the predicament that you're in, because you like, I don't want this to come off wrong, but this is just how I'm going to say it. If you're giving someone money and expecting to get it back, that's the first problem. You never give what you don't want back. And if something or someone is depleting you, and this is honestly what I'm getting more than anything, is that someone is depleting your finances, or something is depleting your finances. So also reevaluating maybe like your monthly subscriptions, your spending habits, what you're buying, things like that. I feel like that's going to be a big focus coming up here. When it comes to work, I'm getting, there's a couple of messages here. I'm getting that work is good. So I don't feel like, again, work is the problem. But there's another aspect, and I feel like it's something at home. Something at home, in bed. Something that keeps you up at night. For some of you, I'm also getting, you need to cleanse your room. If you don't want to use like sage or Palo Santo to just smudge that out, even getting like a lavender spray, like one of those sleep sprays, but then like when you spray them, set the intention. So you can just buy one, you don't have to make it. It's very easy to make, I think, if you just mix like 1 part vodka, 1 part water, few drops of lavender essential oil, maybe even some chamomile essential oil in there as well. And, or if not, you could just buy one. And you would spray with intention, and really setting the tone for sleep as you spray. Okay, so I don't know, that was just coming up. This is getting really long. Okay, so your angel message is the situation will improve, and you also got protected. You are being saved for better things. Okay, hopefully that made sense, Taurus. I feel like there was a lot of messages coming in. It was a little hard to find the words for them, but hopefully that made sense to you. Watch your sun, moon, rising for any additional messages. Also posted general readings. I just saw 1414. So listen in for your reading for that. And also, if you want to book a personal reading, you can also do that with the information down below. Okay, take care. Bye.